this is Pablo Murillo from Genesis Leadership Trainings. Mira, mira, mira. Welcome. 6 secrets to reach your success. Have you ever set a goal and then you fell short? You didn't reach it? Of course, all of us have done that. What happened? Have you ever seen other people that when they say they're going to do something, you already know that they will reach that goal? We all know somebody like that also. We call those people go-getters. It said that they were born maybe with a gene, the success gene, that helps them reach their goals all the time. And maybe you and I don't have that gene. That's not it. I'd like you to know that today in this training, I will give you 6 secrets how you can consistently and persistently set a goal and reach it. So it's not that there is something wrong with us, but there are certain things we must improve when we think about setting goals and how we relate to those goals. Setting a goal is extremely important. It is extremely important. Gotta write it down. You gotta see it maybe, put it on the wall, make sure that you get reminded what that goal is. Think of that goal. That goal is the guiding star that helps you know where you are going, that gives you motivation to keep going. However, listen to this. The goal is not the goal. Oh, yes, that's what I said. The goal is not the goal, because the goal itself is not gonna make you into the person that you must become to reach that goal. The goal may give you an incentive to work and do certain things, but where the magic occurs is in the development of the habits, daily habits that you put in place in order to reach that goal. That's why I say that the goal is not the goal. The goal itself is not what's going to transform you. What's going to transform you as a person is as you engage in the daily steps with the habits that will get you closer to that goal. The quality of your life right now in your financial area, in the professional area, in your personal life. The quality of your life you see in those areas is a reflection of the habits that you have in place. So if you intend to change the results you're getting in those areas, all you gotta do is look into the habits that you have on daily basis and change those habits, and then you will be able to see a change in those areas. That's why the goal is not the goal. You see what I mean? Let me give you an example. Let's say that I decided to work out for three times a week to get in better conditioning. All right, when I look at my schedule, I must wake up at 5 a.m. to be at the gym at 5:30, be back in the house by 7, get out of my house by 8 a.m., go to work. Great plan. The goal is clear. Work out 3 times a week. However, this is what happens. I like to watch some TV to relax at the end of the day. So maybe I'm watching TV, but this is what has occurred. If I stay watching TV past 10 p.m. and I go to sleep at 10:30, 11, what happens is that I am too tired to wake up the next day at 5 a.m. And so I start missing my workouts. Also, once I go to work out, if I do get up on time, and if I'm not too tired, once I go work out and I come back home, I got to shower, get ready quickly. But I need to iron my clothes, my shirt, my pants, get ready, put them on, and then leave. What happens is that if I don't have my clothes ready, that takes extra time. And now I'm consistently late when I leave to go to work. And that stress, anxiety that you feel when you're late is a horrible place to be. And so now I'm going to work late and I decide, you know what, this is not working out. I'm just gonna stop working out. This is not working out. I'm gonna stop working out. So the plan is not working out. So I give up the idea of going to the gym in the morning. What's my point? The goal of going to the gym doesn't actually become a reality until I make sure that I have the correct habits in place that will help me reach the goal. In this example, the habits are this. Number 1, When 10 p.m. hits on the clock, no matter what I'm watching, no matter what I'm doing, I gotta go to bed. Because I know that if I do not go to bed at 10 p.m., I will be tired to get up the next day. And then before I go to bed, I must make sure that I leave my clothes ready in the restroom, ready to go, so that when I come back in the morning, I just take a shower, put them on, get ready, and leave, and be on time to get to work. So the two habits I must develop are making sure I go to sleep at 10, get my clothes ready the night before. When I engage in those habits, this is what occurs. I become a more disciplined person. I become somebody who becomes more self-reliant on what I say because I said it and it's getting done. I develop belief on my own word, and I develop a strength in my integrity because I know that when I say something, I follow through. Do you see that? That's why the goal is not the goal. The habits that you put in place is where the magic happens, where you become the person with a new character traits that will allow you to reach that success, reach that objective, reach that goal. So remember that. The habits, daily habits, that's where the key is. That's where the magic happens. If you think of your success, whatever your success definition is, it could be financial, it could be contribution to others, it could be feeling more relevant, whatever your definition of success is. I want you to think of that as a destination on the other side of a river, okay? Your success is over there on the other side. The river is going through. The river can take you with it. That symbolizes the routine, the everyday adversities, things that happen, emergencies. If you're gonna reach your success on the other side of the river, it's probably a good idea to build a bridge, don't you think? That way the river won't take us. Well, that bridge that you build, every brick that you use to build a bridge, those are your habits. And that's where the magic happens. Daily habits. We are creatures of habits. You already know that. When you go into a room to a training or maybe your staff meetings, you always sit on the same side of the room, almost on the same chair. When you take a shower, we always shower the same way. When you drive to work, you drive in the same streets. Now, I know that maybe that is the closest route to your job, but there are other routes that probably wouldn't be longer than the route that you use, but you keep using the same one. We are habitual about everything. The way we think, the way we act, everything is habitual. And that's where the magic happens. So remember, the goal is not the goal. Let's look at the habits that you have in place in order to know if those habits serve you or if those habits hinder you from reaching your success. So we're going to use the word habits, H-A-B-I-T-S. We're going to use each letter in that word, and I'm going to give you the 6 secrets that you should implement in your life to reach your success. Are you ready? This is exciting because if you apply this to your life, you're going to see changes. Inevitable that you will see good changes, but you got to put in the work, okay? So let's begin with the first letter in the word habits, the letter H. The letter H stands for highlighting. Highlighting. When you read a book, what do? If you want to remember something important that you read on that book, you highlight it, right? That way, when you open up the book next time, you will easily find the parts that you really felt that were important to you. Well, how do you highlight what you intend to do in your life on a daily basis? See, what I found is that many times we wake up and instead of remembering our dreams, remembering our goals, remembering what we intend to create, we automatically go and start thinking about our problems. You have a choice. Do you want to hang around with your dreams all day long, or do you want to hang around with your problems all day long? Imagine them. They're right there standing in front of you when you wake up and you say, I want to hang out with my problems all day. Come on, problems, let's go. When you brush your teeth, there are your problems next to you, brushing their teeth. When you're driving in the car, there they are over there on the passenger seat, When you go to the restroom, there are their problems right there with you. No matter where you go, there they are, your problems. Because wherever you go, there you are. You carry that in here. So the key is this. How do you shift your mind to make sure that you remind yourself, that you highlight in your mind what's important to you? You gotta find a way to do that. Maybe it's a dream board. You heard about dream board. You put pictures of all the things that you intend to achieve, your goals, your dreams. Put them on the wall. Maybe you put them on the roof of your room, and when you wake up, that's the first thing you see. Maybe you record on your phone a recording describing your dream life, how it will look like, how it will sound like, how it will feel like. Or maybe you do affirmations, telling yourself, I am successful, I am relentless, I am powerful. Whatever the case may be, find a way to highlight in your mind what it is that you intend to create in your life, in your future. That way, when the routine hits you, when the adversity shows up, you will still feel it. You might still get knocked off your course, but you will be quicker to remember what is important for you. That's the secret number one, highlighting. Find a way to do that, whether it be through meditation, dream boards, affirmations. Find a way to constantly reinforce in your mind what's important to you. Don't forget to hang out with your dreams rather than hanging around with your problems. Number two, letter A in the word habits. The letter A stands for abundance. Abundance. Have an abundance mentality. In the example I was giving you, to fall into a mindset of lack is so easy, and it comes in so many different forms that we do not notice it. For example, leaving, going to work, if you are late, that feeling of, oh my God, I'm late. That feeling that you have to walk fast, that you have to rush, that is a mindset of lack. Maybe you haven't noticed it. It's a feeling of, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough to get there. You see that? That feeling is the damaging part. Developing an abundance mentality means for you to plan ahead. Plan ahead. Be cognizant of the details, how you manage your activities throughout your day and in your life. Stopping from falling in the mindset of lack means that you are really in tune what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how you're doing it. You don't leave it to, you don't leave it to luck or like rolling the dice. Let me see if I get it done today. Let's see. That mentality is what leads you into feeling you're not enough. You don't have enough time. And that feeling of not enough is the part that stops attracting good things into your life. Even when you go to the gas station and you know you're gonna put gas, you look up at the prices and you say, oh my God, the price is $5 a gallon. That's outrageous. And then you start putting gas. That moment that you said that, you fell into a mindset of lack. And you cannot be in lack and abundance at the same time. Why should you be in a mindset of abundance? Because abundance means open, welcoming, having enough of. I am enough. I have enough time to achieve my dreams. I have enough talents to do what I need to do. I have everything that I need to reach my success. That feeling of abundance is important to reach your goals. So be cognizant when you fall into a mindset of lack and check yourself. Get yourself out of that thinking quickly, because if you are in a state of lack, then you're going to attract more lack into your life. So be in a state of abundance, mindset of abundance. I am enough. I have enough time. I have enough of anything that I must have to reach my success. All right. HA, the letter B stands for belief. Believe. I know you're thinking, well, Paulo, of course, I gotta believe. Yeah, but how do you believe? I always hear people talking about you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. Okay, but how do I believe on myself? I think there are two key parts that you gotta remember. Number one, part of belief is just being hungry just being hungry to reach your dreams. Nobody's gonna care more about your dreams or your goals more than you. You should be the one caring the most. If it's a getting a new job, buying a new home, buying a new car, becoming more peaceful with yourself, loving yourself more, whatever that is, you gotta really just want that badly. How bad do you want it? Like, what are you willing to do to get that? Are you willing to put it all on the field? Put all your effort forward to reach that? That's part of belief. I remember when I came to the USA and I didn't know English, and I heard people speaking in the airport. I didn't know what they were saying. You see, these words coming out of my mouth, I didn't know any of them. But I said at that moment, I don't know how I will learn English, but I will. I didn't know how to do it at that moment. It was just noise. Part of believing is how hungry you are, because I knew that if I didn't learn English, I was not going to be able to have a prosperous life in this country. I was going to be very limited. Okay. And so, how hungry are you? How badly do you want it? Ask yourself that. And the answer should be, I really want it. And then your actions must reflect that commitment, that hunger. Number two, as you engage in successful habits, for example, like I was telling you, making sure that I went to sleep at 10 p.m., making sure that I iron my clothes every night so that I have it ready when I come back into the house to get ready and not be late to work. As you engage in these successful habits, whatever those may be for you, depending on the goal, when you do it day in and day out, you know what happens? You start believing that you deserve to win. You start believing that when you say something, it is done, that your word is bond. That's when belief also occurs. You see, belief is not something that you can order on Amazon. Belief is something that you earn every second that you engage in the actions that are getting you closer to your success. That's why habits do for you. That's why habits are so important. That's where the inception of belief occurs. So engage into those habits. Be disciplined about following them through every day. That's where belief comes from. Putting in the work in that. What about the next one? Letter I in the word habits. That letter I stands for imagination. Imagination. Have you ever heard people say, get your heads out of the clouds? What world do you live in? I used to be that person that used to say all the time, get your heads out of the clouds. What are you talking about? It's not here in front of you. If you don't see it right here in front of you, it doesn't exist. Stop dreaming. I used to be that way. I really had to work hard at developing my ability to imagine. Imagination. Why is that so important? Remember when you were a child, you used to play all kinds of games, imaginary games? You were flying, you were a fireman, you were a pilot, whatever the case might have been. And it seemed real to you. But as we grow up, hearing these statements, such as the one that I just made, get your heads out of the clouds, etc., what begins to happen is that we think that imagination is only for the children or for people who do not understand reality. And we start giving that up. And that develops a limiting belief within us. And that limiting belief is that you gotta look at your present reality and accept it for what it is, accept it for what it looks like, and that there's no way to change that. It is what it is. That's what people say. It is what it is, right? Well, imagination is the doorway, is the window to your future. If you have something right now in your life that is not up to par, something that you're not completely happy about, the only way that you're going to get out of there is by beginning to imagine something better. Seeing what you are not seeing in your present reality, envisioning that new you, envisioning that goal that you are setting, and you gotta imagine that. I want you to imagine this: eating a banana right now. You know, but the banana is really ripe to the point that it's really dark. You know, those bananas that get almost black. You peel it, and you eat it and you're chewing it and it's just so ripe, it's all gushy. Imagine that. Ooh, even me right now, just sharing that example, I was feeling that. My brain didn't say to me, hey, Pablo, this is not a real banana. This is just an example that you're doing. My brain didn't say that. I felt that feeling when I was thinking and imagining that I was eating the banana. I hope that you felt that. And so what I'm trying to say is this: the brain does not know, your mind, your subconscious mind does not know the difference between truth and fiction. It thinks it's a reality. It thinks it's real. It thinks it's happening. And it gives you the physiological response of it. So begin imagining that life that you intend to have, reaching those goals. Begin imagining how it will feel to get there. That's the key. And if you keep doing that daily, take a time to give yourself that gift to imagine, you're gonna really feel like it's just supposed to be part of your life and you start believing it. So don't fake it until you make it. Oh, don't even say that. Imagine it so you can be it, so you can believe it. That's the best way. So imagination, that's the other habit. The letter T in habits, the letter T stands for thinking. Think before you think. You gotta make sure that you write down the things that you intend to think about. We goes back to affirmations basically, right? Remind yourself what is important. I am successful. I am powerful. I am relentless. I am confident. If you don't feel like you have those qualities, then you gotta start saying them today, so that your brain will start believing it. And one day you wake up and you will have those qualities. But also, thinking, I want you to remember this. When you set a goal, where does your mind go? Do you start thinking right away all the reasons why you will not reach that goal? Or do you start thinking about all the reasons why you can, in fact, reach that goal? That's what you call success conscious versus failure consciousness. When you set a goal, make sure that you ask yourself, if I were to reach this goal, how would I do that? If this were to work out, how would I achieve it? Once you ask that powerful question, your brain will tell you all the reasons why you can achieve that. Don't allow to become failure conscious and inundate yourself with all the reasons why you cannot achieve it, because that's how you quit. Give your brain the right information. If I were to achieve this, how would I achieve it? And your mind will give you all the reasons how you could do it and build from there. So remember, T stands for thinking. Think before you think. And the last one, the letter S, stands for striving. Striving. We are so blessed. You are so blessed that we are here. We are alive right now. Think of that. 50 trillion cells in your body working right now in this dance that we call life, for you to stay alive, for you to have a chance to do something, for you to choose what to do. Enjoy the fact that you are here. Don't allow the frustrations of falling short stop you from getting up and trying again. It is a blessing to have an opportunity to be able to reach for your dreams, to have two arms, like my logo Genesis, to reach for the stars, to have two eyes, to see far enough to set a vision for yourself, to have a powerful mind that will allow you to drive it into whatever you choose to drive it. That is a blessing. If you can find that joy and enjoy striving, just enjoy the fact that you have the opportunity, then there is no such thing as failure. There is no such thing as fear, because now you have this habit of enjoying that opportunity over and over and over. And that habit is powerful. So remember, HABITS, H for highlighting, A for abundance, B for belief. Oh, that one is a good one. B for belief, I, imagination, T for thinking, and S for striving. Those are the 6 secrets that you can implement into your life to reach your success. So remember, the goal is not the goal. Look down at your feet and decide what the first step is. Those are your habits. Habits are the bridge that will take you over that river towards your success. Make sure that you implement habits that serve you on daily basis. And even when the fog of fear comes into your life, the storm comes with the clouds, even when you may not be able to see the destination, if you have habits in place and you are habitual about following those habits daily, you will still be moving in the right direction. Do this, implement it into your life. And as I always say, see you at the top where the champions belong.